everybody, and welcome to Styria for the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix qualifying. This one's going to be a little bit weird. We were expecting rain. It could still arrive, but bright sunshine has greeted us so far this weekend. Heavy rain is predicted for tomorrow's race, which means an unusual strategy call could be seen today. It's going to be very, very entertaining. Let's take a look at the drivers and the Constructors' Championship. Formula One heads into its second week in a triple header. This time we make a permanent home for the next few weeks in the Styrian Hills. Welcome to the Red Bull Ring in Austria. This is the first of two races back-to-back here in Austria. This weekend is the Styrian Grand Prix. The next weekend is the Austrian Grand Prix, followed then by a two-week break before announced a maximum 140,000 fans will be in attendance with the British Grand Prix. In early August, it's Hungary before the summer break, then another triple header with Belgium, the Netherlands and Italy. A two-week break before Russia, back-to-back as well, with a to-be-confirmed race on the 3rd of October. Back after that, we'll head off to Japan on the 10th, then on the 24th of October, we head over to Austin, Texas, Mexico on the 31st for Halloween, the Day of the Dead. Then on the 7th of November, it is the Brazilian Grand Prix. Then a week later, we'll go over to Australia, back-to-back as well with Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi. In terms of the driver standings, it's Max Verstappen who leads on 131 points to Lewis Hamilton after victory at the French Grand Prix. Sergio Perez is in a battle with Lando Norris. Valtteri Bottas halfway through the page 1 table in P5. He's battling with Charles Leclerc, as well as Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, Daniel Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel, all for the top 5 positions. On page 2, it's pretty much how we found it as we entered France. Coming into Styria though, it's Alonso on 17 points, Ocon 12, then Stroll, Tsunoda, one apiece for Alfa Romeo's Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, no points for Schumacher, Russell, Mazepin or Latifi. In terms of the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull lead the way by a lot. 37 points now to Mercedes is the gap. McLaren versus Ferrari still very close, 110 to 94. AlphaTauri and Aston Martin fighting each other, closing up on them as well as Alpine. Alfa Romeo struggling at the back. Williams and Haas still waiting to get off the board. It's time for qualifying here in Austria for the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix, coming to you from the Red Bull Ring. Almost all ready to go then for qualifying for the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix here, live here on YouTube. A reminder that later on, straight after qualifying, at 3:25 British Summer Time as well, we will be having coverage of the W Series, their opening race for this year's campaign. After nearly 700 days without racing, they are back in business as well. And I won't be commentating. Well, I will. I'll be co-commentator. Megan gets lead commentary role this weekend as well for the W Series. It's her series. It's only right that she gets to commentate on the W Series after all. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Megan's going to react to being in that position of a commentator and sitting in this chair, and I'll be sitting in that chair as well. So that's going to be quite fun as well to see what's going to happen later on as she calls lights out and the race itself and victories. I'll help out with all the analysis bits and all that lot like she does and data points. It'll be a nice change of pace. It is the W Series, so tune in for that afterwards here on YouTube. It's straight after the main quali show. Right, let's take a look then at this circuit. First of all, though, we've got two versions. We've got one, which is the Commentator Challenge with me and Megan, and one lap attack before we head into the qualifying session. First of all, though, it is the 8th round of the Commentator Challenge, a series that's been gripping everybody. And yes, we are going to put it into one big show at the end of the season as well. Right now, it's 4 victories to Megan, 3 victories to me. And because we're doubled up here and backing up in Styria at the Red Bull Ring, it's time for something a little different. Let's have a wet race and then a dry race next weekend. So, here we go then. Round 8 of the Commentator Challenge between me and Megan. And here we go again then. For round 8 of the Commentator Challenge, it's 4 to Megan, 3 to me. And because we're now at the same track for 2 weeks running, one will be in the wet, one will be in the dry. And because in this weekend's weather forecast, it's race 1 here in the dry. Sorry, in the wet at Austria at the Red Bull Ring. I am in a Red Bull as Max Verstappen. Megan?
I am in a Williams as George Russell.
who's going to win? It's time to find out. Hit the button. And since you're commentating W Series, lights on.
And we're underway.
Good start from Megan. I've got a bad start. It's raining out there at the moment, so on intermediate tyres. Megan's immediately going to chop into me. I don't remember if the damage is on or off.
I don't think it is.
What, is on or off?
I don't think it's on.
Well, I've got a lovely toe as well. How's driving in the wet, Megan? Don't do that. I had to brake then, otherwise you would have hit me. Right, up the inside. Show you a Rosberg on it. Off you go. What? I couldn't resist a Rosberg manoeuvre.
And yeah, time's still in the lead.
Oh, right, okay. Overtake button activated.
The funny thing is, I don't actually know how to activate that button, so...
L1, as I said, that button there.
Well, I've never used it.
Don't think you need it. Alright, I won't use it then if you're not using it.
No, you can use it. It's never bothered me before.
Oh, that was so nearly well held. No, go. I'm still continuing, go. That was so nearly well held. Oh, it's the rain. If that wasn't raining...
I didn't actually know where you were there.
Honestly, if that wasn't raining, I would have had that one. Should have braked. My goodness me, thank God it's...
I almost went over pit lane.
Yeah, thank God it's runoff over there. Right, lap 2 of 3.
Oh, that's something you don't see every day. Fastest lap, George Russell.
Oh, no, not again! Honestly, you run into the back and you just get spun round in these wet conditions. There's nothing you can do. You've got no rear brake. You're on the pen as well. Look! I'm in the wall again. Oh my God, this is actually getting embarrassing now.
I just destroyed the 50 sign.
I'm actually genuinely worried I might not actually win still because I can't seem to pull away.
Did I choose a actually good car for this?
You've chosen a car with low power in a situation where too much power. So yeah, you've actually got a good car in a way. I've got a car with too much power and it's causing
I just
problems.
wanted one of the underdog teams.
I think also my tyres are shot. Yeah. No, oh yeah, back at 88 degrees odd. Megan's in the gravel! Oh, I've dropped down a couple of gears. Come on! Red Bull cars are so annoying. Taking ages as well to rev up. Down a couple of gears, right through. I think you might have this one.
Do I?
You got another lap, but I'm struggling. Moving forward, and I have to deploy everything I got. Last lap the call. I'm literally deploying everything I've got right now. I can't even change my ERS deployment.
I just accelerate and brake.
Yeah, but this is a track that suits you. It's literally just a series of brakes and go.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I am not good in the rain.
Turns out I am.
It's my mistake was hitting you.
You're actually quite close to me, you know.
I know. Oh, you're in the gravel.
Careful.
What do you mean careful? That's why!
Yeah, that's why. You
Careful.
actually-
Oh, yeah, well. Ow! No! Watch out!
So we both spun.
I'm out of fuel, I'm out of VRS, I am out of every
Oh, I'm running out of
opportunity.
fuel.
You're in the wall.
Whee. You're in the wall too.
Thanks to the lift. Oh my God, I'm out of fuel.
Don't worry. I'm nearly out of fuel too.
Oh my god, we've actually run out of fuel. Oh my god, we've actually run out of fuel. I've run out. I'm stuck. Oh. I actually coasted to the line. There was nothing I could do. I'd used all the fuel and everything. Damn!
Maybe that's like foretelling this weekend.
So you're better on wet tracks. You ended up 3 seconds behind me. Maybe we should top these points up and have it as a point race instead. I'm not sure. No. What is it now? 5-3.
I really want you to win next round.
Well, it's the dry. I might have a chance. I like this track. I'll tell you when I'll catch back up again. Turkey.
I also tell you, I'm usually really bad at this. When
Now that Turkey's back on the calendar.
broadcast.
Now that Turkey's back on the calendar, it's back to lap attacks because there's no split screen. So I'll get that one easy.
you will. I'm bad at lap attacks.
So right now it's Megan 5, me 3, and I'm off for a cry. But it's time for qualifying. Not gonna lie, hurts a little bit. She hit me, I hit her, blah blah blah, spinning, losing control, ran out of fuel at the line, yeah. All that lot. That was just filmed about 20 minutes ago actually, but yeah, not bad. So, that's how that one turned out. Megan now on 5, me on 3. So I've really got to catch up going into the next couple of races. Maybe next weekend when it's dry, I might have better luck. Okay, it's time then to look around on lap attack properly and a proper push lap and what I can do in the car. And then it'll be time for qualifying. Megan rejoins me for that. So let's go and look at lap attack. And then it's qualifying for the 2021 Styrian Grand Prix. Your commentators, myself, Joshua Birch, alongside Megan Birch. Let's take a look around the Spielberg circuit in Austria, the Red Bull Ring, 2.683 miles, 10 corners. It is a short track and always delivers us with great racing. Start the lap then down towards turn 1, accelerate uphill, flat out, 8th gear, drop down to turn 1, uphill, 4th gear, 90 degree, right hander as you accelerate back up, little kick then coming into turn 2 as well, that counts as the second corner, mainly for motorbikes before you come up into Remus, turn 3, hard on the brakes, second gear, another 90 right as well, flying down now, out of turn 3 as well, towards turn 4, Sochless Gold, 8th gear, down to just 4th gear at 175 kilometers an hour. Fly the car in, be careful not to run over on the slightly banked exit curb as you come round turn 6 at Pirelli. Flat out once again at the exit, 5th gear, hold the exit curve nicely, fly through turn 6 and 7 at the Vodge curve before coming down to Rint at turn 9, over the crest of the browser that's been present on every variation of the track, fly in towards turn 7 at the Rint curve, into turn 10, 5th gear, 200 kilometers an hour, accelerate at the exit, open up the DRS, and that is a lap of the Red Bull Ring in Austria. It is a fantastic short track and delivers great racing every single year. Since 1970, there have been a total of 20 different pole sitters here at this magnificent Österreich Ring, A1 Ring, and Red Bull Ring. Now we get a double barrel here in the beautiful Styrian Mountains. The Red Bull Ring sits around this fantastic Spielberg mountain area. It's the second largest state in the country of Austria as well. And at 63.4 metres, the Red Bull Ring has the second highest elevation change of any circuit on the current Formula One calendar. And that elevation change takes you up from turn 1 all the way to turn 3 around the 2.683 mile circuit. 3 sectors, top speed at 147, top speed at 210, average speed at 147. There's the elevation change at 63.5 metres, as I said. And last year, down at turn 3 as well, that was the action zone. If your name is Max Verstappen, then you had a little moment there a couple of years ago. But Leclerc and Vettel also had that moment down at turn 4. Turn 6 was another Verstappen versus Bottas moment, side by side in the Styrian Grand Prix last year. And in 2014, Hamilton and Alonso went side by side as well, down right up the inside at the Jochen Rindt corner at turn 9. In terms of tyre compounds to keep your eyes on, we have got the C4 red, C3 medium and C2 hard compound tyre, all to get ready for this weekend. Alongside me in the commentary box for qualifying here today as well is Megan Birch. Megan, we're all set to go. The sunshine is out, blue skies, track temperature at a high, it's been all weekend, at 54 degrees. We're certainly ready for a good one.
I know, it's awful, isn't it? Blue
I know.
skies.
Oh, we so wanted rain. We so nearly had rain
Look at
as
every
well.
single weather forecast. Thunderstorms, the actual weather, sunshine. How wrong can you be?
Rain is predicted, though, for tomorrow, so at least we've got something to look forward to as well, if it is going to be a wet race. And a wet race, Megan, also means that the strategy calls today are going to be a little bit more interesting than normal. Do you risk putting on a soft set in Q2 or qualifying with mediums, depending on what the weather's going to be like? Is it really going to be any limits? And, of course, talking of limits, track limits at turns 9 and 10. Been catching people out all weekend long. It is very close and very good fun to see as well. Who's your prediction for pole position?
I think Max has been looking quite strong this weekend.
Is he going to take, third pole position in a row? Well, second in a row, really. Third this year. Could be. Qualifying coming up ever so shortly as well. Before we get to the green light, let's head over to the social screen then. We've already had a couple of conversations coming in here, so we'll go back. Hello to Gwenwyn. But Ghost10 during the pre-show said, Megan's got this in the bag about the race that we just did as well. And I said, there's a reason Megan is leading the W Series commentary in around about an hour and 20 minutes time. You're way better than me at the moment. Here's your notes for W Series as well.
That's my notes for W Series. If I probably can't see them.
Just about, yeah.
I've even got how to pronounce the names.
And of course, then Ghost laughed about that one. It says, practice makes perfect. Keep trying. That's for me. And I said, that's literally all I'm going to do next week is be on the simulator trying to beat you in it as well. He had to leave, though. Ghost had to leave.
I was in a Williams as well.
Yes, yeah, right, point made. Ghost had to leave. They'll join us back later. And hello to Gwenwyn, who says, damn, they showing the nature. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's like a popular track in Canada somewhere in Europe that's also around nature. Spa is around a lot of nature zones as well. Monza, quite a lot around the Greenway. Monza's actually in the Royal Park as well, so there's quite a lot of them around. In video games, yeah, there is something I can remember. I can't just quite put my finger on it yet.
No, I didn't realise until like a week ago, but the drivers have their first names underneath the car.
Yeah, Lando and Norris are heading out there as well. The green light is about to come on in around about 15 seconds' time, so they're getting ready to see that command. That's what the little flicker was there as well here on the social screen. We've got a driver tracker operational as well, so we'll track them throughout this session. But we're getting ready in 3, 2, 1. And the green light is on, and the first part of qualifying is underway for the 2021 Steiermark Grand Prix. I'd like to take this opportunity to say welcome back to the commentary box to Ben Edwards. With Alex Jakes and Steve Jones in isolation, Ben Edwards has made his return to television. Only had 8 races away, and technically he's already done 2 for BBC this year. So Ben's back, and you can watch him on Channel 4 later on this evening as well. But right now, we have 18 minutes ahead of us. All 20 cars are going to head out onto this short 10-corner circuit as well. Megan, we saw a lot in practice 3 as well, and mainly in FP2 yesterday when you last joined us. Traffic is an issue at this track, and as well you notice as well, getting the braking zone right is tricky.
It is quite difficult getting the braking zone right. It's almost like you're just like, please, please don't go off the track. Please don't go off the track. Please don't go off the track.
You're sort of just hoping when you hit the brake pedal you're going to stop in time. There's Lance Stroll with the wonderful Pride rainbow flag across the halo that both cars at Aston Martin are sporting in support of Pride Month here as we come to the end of June. I think this one's been quite a successful Pride Month as well.
It has,
hasn't it? Many people that are celebrating, which is great to see.
Stroll's helmet's like really green.
It has got a lot more darker green.
It's like neony dark.
Yeah, more darker than British Racing Green, which is what the cars are in as well. So that's a bit of an unusual one to keep an eye on and everything. No one actually at the moment in a hurry to head out on the track, but I think Nicholas Latifi is the first one.
Mazepin, Latifi and Schumacher.
So they are heading out on the track.
Decide they want to make an appearance.
And a reminder as well that Valtteri Bottas has received a 3-place grid penalty and 2 penalty points for potentially dangerous driving. And that's in hyphens during FP2 when he lit up the rear tyres and spun and nearly wiped out the McLaren mechanics.
I was watching some crashes before, and I didn't realise that Verstappen's dad, Jos,
Yeah.
his whole entire car was engulfed in flames.
Oh, yeah,
at
that
one
was
point.
back in 1994, yeah.
And I didn't realise how much Jos and Max look like each other.
They really do, don't they? They look so alike as well. The cars
Even
are...
their haircut.
Cars are heading out onto the track. Hopefully you can see them. There's Latifi, and just coming around there is Schumacher and Mazepin on the greyed out part of the track. Track temperature is at 55 degrees, air temperature 25 degrees as well. So it's a beautifully hot, sunny day, just like a couple of weeks ago at Snetterton, which is what I like to hear as well. So green light is on. Let's go back to the chat quickly because Gremlin has pointed out as well. Speaking of isolation, I found something cool. If you see it that way, I live nearby a local hotel quarantine facility. That is cool. Wow. So literally just like plague houses. In you go. Stay there for a while. 10 days later, you can come out. And if you're clean, you're clean. If you're not, you're not. So it's a bit interesting one situation at the moment. No Ted Kravitz this weekend. He is taking this race off. So Paul di Resta is down in the pit lane this weekend as well. Johnny Herbert's circulating there. So any reports that we get from them via Sky F1 will report back to you as well. Nicholas Latifi, the first driver on a lap time. And this is the part, Megan, where this little kink here at turn 2, it isn't really a corner. It's a corner for the motorcycles. But this, turn 3 is actually turn 2. Heavy brake, 90-degree corner.
Oh, I hated that corner when we were doing that.
Yeah, we only did that about an hour and a half ago, was it now? Before we put it onto the stream. Latifi looking quite strong through the speed trap, 194 miles an hour. Of course, Russell and Latifi were 12th and 13th in the last session as well in free practice 3. They're dangerously close to getting through to qualifying 2 for the first time, so it's going to be fun to see exactly how they can do it. And Latifi actually went fastest at one point as well in FP3. He was quicker than Verstappen and Perez, but they were on banker lap times. Schumacher looking quite quick. Can he equal his best ever qualifying result of 15th that he got last time out in the French Grand Prix? We're about to find out. Nikita Mazepin closing strong, and Nicholas Latifi opens up the day with a 105.963. Schumacher comes now across the line, goes second, 106.041. Mazepin behind, a 107.229. So already, Megan, the Williams is quicker than the Haas as more cars are coming out on the track. And here is George Russell, who has managed to get through to Q3 in all 7 appearances so far in Q2 in all 7 appearances so far in 2021.
Latifi, enjoy it while it lasts being top.
Yeah, I think Russell is the next to start a lap time and will be the next one on a time as well to go top of the board.
Russell's already got purple sector 1.
14th was his best result of the French Grand Prix in terms of qualifying, but it was Russell. He was 11th in the first race of the year, so I don't think that was quite right, was it? Yeah, Russell. It was Schumacher who had his best result of the year in 15th, not Russell. I don't know why I was thinking that, but yeah, Russell was 11th in Bahrain, and everyone was so close. Can he get through to Q3 though, George? Because he was 10th this morning. He stands a good chance if he can just nudge out maybe the Alfa Romeo of Giovinazzi or Raikkonen.
Latifi's pitted again.
Yeah, Latifi back into the pit lane as well. Car still circulating out the track. Let's open up the driver track. You can see as well Vettel, Norris, Russell all sort of clumbered together out there on the track. In fact, here it is. Look on the pictures. Vettel getting out of the way massively as well. So is Charles Leclerc. Vettel continuing now, getting out of the way. Norris behind.
Session with a 105.752.
Yep, here he is across the line. Very wide at the last corner though. So Russell does go top, and Giovinazzi's quick as well in sectors 1 and 2. So looking quite strong for a possible overtaking position. Little mistake at 1, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Giovinazzi now decides to top the session with a 105.536.
Yeah, Raikkonen's gone P2, 105.815. There's Giovinazzi, 2 tenths faster than Russell at the moment. So That's a long way to shave off as well for Russell. Maybe that was a banker lap, but he needs to get up there. Lance Stroll is 2/10 fastest in the second sector as well. Fastest first sector going to Lando Norris. He was P19 in the final part of practice was Lando Norris due to having his lap time deleted by the stewards. Reminder, if you go all four wheels over the red and white curbs at turns 9 and 10, you'll have your lap time deleted.
Lance Stroll with a 105.218.
Oh.
And now Yuki Tsunoda is first with a 105.136. He's going quite fast.
Not for long. Lando Norris looking quite quick, but look at that.
Oh,
Pierre Gasly, 105.019. Vettel looking strong. So is Lando Norris.
Oh,
Good
Norris.
hang on 2 seconds. Good to see as well that Yuki Tsunoda manages to make it through many other parts of qualifying and actually into the first 5 minutes.
Norris tops the session with a 104.584.
What a time as Leclerc goes P2, 104.936. That's a great time from Lando Norris, 64.5 seconds at the moment. Sainz coming across the line with Verstappen just behind. Sainz goes P6, Verstappen goes top, 104.489. Time's coming thick and fast. There goes Perez P9, 105.359 as well.
I noticed that Perez hasn't been doing quite well recently.
Not at the moment, no, as Danny Rick goes P10 on a 105.516. So we've got, so far in the drop zone, the drivers aren't at the time yet. That includes Hamilton and Bottas, but they're out in an out lap. And Bottas just starts a lap time now, as you can see on the driver tracker, as does Hamilton, so they'll be okay.
Alonso, come on, Ocon, get out of that.
Yeah, they haven't set a time yet and are still in the pit lane at the moment, so that's a danger zone warning.
I've recognised that. I support Alpine an awful lot.
I wonder why. 10 minutes to go then in this session then so far. And let's just head back to the chat quickly as well, because Gwenwyn has also said, George Russell. I remember last season every race was about him getting a point, but only to fall short. It's been quite similar so far this year, hasn't it, really?
Apparently if I'm in control of him, he gets a win.
Yes, if you controlled George Russell, he did win, actually, when we did the commentator challenge.
That's something at least.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll see that later, and he'll send a message saying, "Oh, thank you for the win." You can dedicate it to him if you like as well. If he gets into Q3 now, it's your good luck. That's brought him through.
I'm promoting good luck instead of bad luck now.
That's a change as well. Vettel is going on a time now as well, just coming through. He's P9 at the moment, but it's Bottas.
Second.
Yeah, 104.537.
Hamilton's fourth.
104.682. He's about what, a tenth actually, exactly nearly a tenth off of Lando Norris's time. The top three are separated by 95 thousandths of a second.
Jeez.
So 9/100ths of a second. That's unbelievable at the moment for the gap of the top three. We see this constantly, though. The change and shift between them. It gets nice and close together, which is nice to see. So the Latifi, Schumacher, Mazepin, Alonso and Ocon in the drop zone at the moment. And Ocon's on a fast lap, but there's Lando Norris blasting through at the moment as well.
Is Alonso out yet? Yay!
Yes, yeah, Alonso's out on the track.
And he's on a fast lap. Make it a fast lap.
So looking quite strong so far, that it will be a nice, competitive, relaxing evening. There's the driver trackers. Norris coming across the line. I think he's backed out of his time, actually. Norris goes P3, that's why. Stays where he is, doesn't improve on time. And this is what I don't like. They're backing up at the last couple of corners. They're backing up. That's Esteban Ocon. And he's got Tsunoda behind him with Stroll, Latifi and Bottas. They're all backing up at blind parts of the track. Vettel, Alonso, Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez. Look, Hamilton's on a fast lap. He's going to come across all these cars in a second who are just going to wreck that lap time.
I can just imagine him. La la la. What the hell?
Yeah, look, he's come up, but now Hamilton's been blocked. Hamilton's been blocked. Radio.
What happened?
How bad was the time? And now, but Lewis asking how bad's the time. Bono saying it's 2/10 off the pace. Just save up and go again. So they're telling him to go again on those soft tyres. But right now he got compromised. Now he's right behind Verstappen on the driver tracker. Look, as he come across from the blue sector 3 to the yellow sector 1. I think Hamilton's even been passed by Schumacher. So I don't even think Hamilton's going for this lap. Yeah. So Hamilton not even going for this lap at the moment.
Everyone's on a fast lap at the moment.
Dramatic little stuff here as well. Here comes Esteban Ocon. Ocon has got a few cars in front of him, including Norris and, there you go, Norris going through. Raikkonen 2. Mazepin does a 106.317, goes 18th fastest. Alonso on that Ocon, all four wheels off the line, surely. Ocon's time goes P12, 105 for 480, but surely he'll get deleted.
I thought it was only 3.
For all four wheels, look like he was off the track. We'll keep an eye out. Sonoda goes. Sonoda goes P7 at the moment. Norris pits. Latifi P8. Get in, Nicholas Latifi. 105.175. A stellar lap time for the Williams driver. We said it was make or break. That is definitely making it. Inside 7/10 of a second to Verstappen. Much better run now.
Russell, get out of the pit lane.
Yeah, Russell in the pit. He'll go for another run.
Oh, Alonso 8th with a 105.119.
And coming across the line now is Max Verstappen to start a time. Sergio Perez just behind him as well. They've got Bottas in between the two Red Bulls at the moment. We ride with Sergio Perez. He's got a white front livery helmet now with the Mexican flag across the board. And Perez going to go to 11th. Perez is 11th behind Lance Stroll. But Russell currently in 17th place in the danger zone, as well as Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Schumacher and Mazepin.
Russell, let me get something through to you. You need to get out of the pit lane and set a lap time, otherwise you won't keep up the streak of getting into Q2 and out-qualifying your teammates.
Yeah, right now he's out-qualified every teammate he's ever had bar Bottas. So he's very much wanting to equal that score. Because they were, what, a thousandth of a second separated them last time out in Shakir. The doubleheader at Shakir.
So get out of the pit lane. Or else.
Well, at least at Shakir we had a different layout. So I wish we could have a different layout here at Red Bull Ring. I mean, they did look at the possibility of going the other way round.
Yeah.
But the barriers at the exit of turn 9 are too close to the track for that to work. So we have to stick with this layout, unfortunately. That's why they're on about extending the track at turn 1 and 2, so you can have two different layouts. Bottas goes P2 and stays where he is at the moment on a 1:04.537. Not improving the times at the moment out there.
Right. So
Sainz, Hamilton, Bottas at the moment only out there.
They are aware that it's only 4.5 minutes until the end, right?
Yeah, I'm worried about why they're taking so long together as Raikkonen down at turn 4. Sochless Gold does exactly what we did. Gets too deep on the brakes in the back part of the track and just slips off onto the gravel.
It seems only the Mercedes care right now.
Yeah, everyone else in the pit lane, just Hamilton and Bottas circulating, and Raikkonen's done his tyres as well, and he's flat-spotted them, so Raikkonen really in trouble at the moment.
Yeah, what are they doing underneath the wing? It's got gravel caught in it.
Yeah, they're just going to clean that out, aren't they? They're brushing it now, so they'll clear that out and get him out in time for the next half of the session here. Williams cooling down Nicholas Latifi's car. Look at that. He's 3/10 clear of Ricciardo, who's in the cusp of the drop zone at the moment, P15. So even that's a big improvement on the board. This is fantastic session as well. I'm not even going to say what I was thinking as well, but if you remember what happened in Baku, in France as well, and in Monaco, the certain delays we had there, so far we haven't had any of that curses button as well. That begins with R and F as two different words. We haven't had any of that so far, which is nice to see. Track is completely dead at the moment as well. Look at this. Nobody is out on that track as you look at the driver tracker. Saying that, Latifi comes out, Schumacher comes out, Mazepin comes out, Alonso, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, all starting now to leave the track.
Yay.
And Ocon out there too.
Russell's out.
Russell coming out too. So now we're going to see the cusp of everyone coming back out with 3 minutes to go. They do take their time, don't they? They do like to take their time.
I don't know why, though. I've always liked the look of Red Bull garages because it just looks so organised.
It does, doesn't it? Red Bull always have a very pretty garage. It's very organised. I think McLaren's is quite good as well. With they have their floor all with like fake marble, plastic stuff on it. Yeah. So that's quite nice to see. Cars all heading out onto the track now. Every single one of them.
Jeez. Right, so I'm just looking at Russell right now and I'm hoping that he's on a fast lap, though he's stuck behind Giovinazzi, Ocon and Mazepin.
Bottas, now he's in the pit lane. Did he do what he did last year and go off the track? What was he done? Last year, let's hear a radio actually. I just lost 2/10 Verstappen being in the way. Well, was Verstappen really in the way there, Megan, or was that mind games? Because it didn't look like...
not in the way.
Yeah, Verstappen was not in the way at all there. That's Bottas making excuses. Look, right there, look. Russell's on a fast lap, and he's just been compromised by Esteban Ocon, and the entire traffic behind him as Mazepin's on the bloody racing line. Mazepin, you absolute muppet. Russell was on a fast lap there, and Mazepin was on the racing line. So was Esteban Ocon, and they're all now bunching up together, look, at this last corner.
Well,
and this is what I don't like to see.
I really don't like Mazepin.
Don't like Ocon too much at the moment either. They're all backing up way too much. Coming in now, 1 minute 25 left. They've got time to get out there. It's a 64-second lap time, and they are all bunching up. Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Gasly, Sainz, Alonso, Stroll, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Perez, Ricciardo, all of them in a train at turn 9 and 10. You can see it on your screens as well.
Tell you what, the top four is pretty confident.
Yeah, and this is why they've stayed in the pit lane. Verstappen, Bottas, Norris and Hamilton all stayed in the pit lane, all to avoid this chaos situation that's happening right now. Into the last minute then of Q1.
Oh, I really want Russell to get into P2. Come on!
Ocon in the first sector is down a tenth. As look at it, they're still circulating. They haven't got long left actually on this board. And are they all going to get across the line? Russell's going to have to start another time. Where is he on the board?
Good, he might get a better time.
Stroll fastest first sector, 16.3. Russell now crosses the line. Russell goes... I can't see where he is on the board, actually. Russell's P7!
Yes, and he's out-qualified his teammate.
Russell P7, a 105.033. This is what we mean when we say he could actually get into the next part of quality. He could get into Q3. There's Russell's P3 time. Q3 time possibly for P7. Right, checkered flag is out. Esteban Ocon is the first driver to meet it. Goes P11, 105.217. Next up, Antonio Giovinazzi. Can he get out of the drop zone? Can he ever? 105.092. Vettel on the cusp of being eliminated in Q1. Raikkonen is out. He's in P17. Schumacher out too. Gasly goes to P5. Sainz, the driver, at risk in the moment. He's P15. Goes across the line. Goes P6. 104.859. Alonso P11 so far. Does he improve? Does to 8th place. Stroll just behind. He's 14th. Does he improve up the order or not? Stroll goes P6. That pushes Latifi down to 13th place. Car still left to play. Leclerc was already in the safe zone. Goes P5 again. Then he gets Yuki Tsunoda. P11. Goes to P4. 104.608. Then we get Sergio Perez on the cusp of the drop zone. He goes P5. Danny Ricciardo's in the drop zone as well. Ricciardo goes 14th. Latifi, Ocon, Vettel. Which one is going to be eliminated? Vettel across the line goes P13. Ricciardo's at risk here. If Latifi and Ocon do any better, Latifi's in the pit lane. He's out of the session. Esteban Ocon is still circulating out there. He's coming out of the last corner now. Is Ocon going to qualify? Where is he? Latifi's in the pit lane. Ocon, I think, has backed out of that lap time. So, yes, he has. Ocon down the pit road as well.
Latifi was so close.
And Ocon is out. Ocon's in the pit lane as well. Latifi was so close. You're absolutely right.
But at least we know he can actually try and make it into it.
He was on the same 10th of a second as the cars start to come in. Everyone's done their times there and then for qualifying number 1.
Though I'm impressed that Tsunoda and Perez pushed Hamilton out of the top 4.
Yeah, so Verstappen, Bottas, Norris, and then she said Tsunoda, Perez. I'll tell you one thing, Red Bull and Honda engines have got a lot of strength here. It's Latifi, Ocon, Raikkonen, Schumacher and Mazepin, though. The 5 drivers who would take no further part in qualifying here at Styria.
Tell you what, Mick looks like he's... Sometimes it's really hard to read it.
Mick.
Mick.
Well, let's see what's a replay at turn 1. What's happened here, Megan?
Right, so...
Oh, he's having oversteer. Yeah.
Is that the pit lane?
I think
He
so,
went
yeah.
over the pit lane line. Isn't that something like penalty?
Can be, yeah. So that's what's happened down there on the back half of the track.
I can see loads of greenery in the back. Next is qualifying 2. And I can't pronounce things right today.
No, that's worrying considering that you've got the W Series commentary coming up later.
Well, it'll be my first ever thing. So if I pronounce things wrong, then don't kill me. So.
No, I'm not. I won't shoot the messenger, don't worry.
Yeah.
You've been doing quite well anyway, so we'll be fine. What we do have to worry about mainly is going to be...
If I struggle on saying it, I'll just say the numbers.
Yeah, that'll do. The numbers will do. So as I just sort out the graphics for the next half of the session, Megan, if you could read out some of the comments that's been happening. Don't think we've had actually any since Growin.
No, we have not. I'll just read out the top 15. First, Verstappen. Second, Bottas. Third, Norris. Fourth, Tsunoda. Fifth, Perez. Sixth, Hamilton. Seventh, Leclerc. Eighth, Gasly. Ninth, Stroll. 10th, Sainz. 11th, Alonso. 12th, Russell. 13th, Vettel. 14th, Giovinazzi. 15th, Ricciardo. And then eliminated from this session was 16th, Latifi. 17th, Ocon. 19th, Raikkonen. 19th, Schumacher. And 20th, Mazepin.
Very interesting session as well to see as well that the top three separated by less than a tenth of a second. What was it 9/100ths of a second? That's fantastic.
You see, I can pronounce all their names.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, the W Series coming up later should be quite fun as well, and we're certainly looking forward to that one when we get racing. What was it 3:25 British summertime? We're on air for that one. I'm not commentating though. I'll be sat here doing all the controls, and Megan will be stood there talking because I realised I can't change the headset. So I'll have all the, I'll be controlling the stream and the yellows and the reds and the timings and everything. But Megan will be calling the lights out and everything else and going through all the procedures and hosting and everything. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We've only got a 5-minute build on though. It's basically just take us at the
I
grid.
feel like my heart pumping like really hard. It's like,
Yeah.
and I have a fast heartbeat already.
Well, if you come to the lights and realise you don't want to do it, just tell me and I'll say I'll do it all. But I've got a feeling I know you would want to at least try once.
Yeah.
Yeah, got no worries.
There's no point of not doing something unless you just try it.
The dude in the blue suit says, coming from lockdown in Sydney, crying. So already reading the comments from Quenwin there as well about living in a hotel quarantine site ASAP. 2 minutes to go until the green light goes on then here for qualifying 2 at the Styrian Grand Prix. Latifi, Ocon, Raikkonen, Schumacher and Mazepin has been eliminated, as Megan told you. Latifi's time on 105.175, Ocon's on 105.217, Raikkonen on 105.429, Schumacher on 106.041, and Mazepin on 106.192.
Tell you what, Latifi and Ricciardo, they were quite close in times.
They're really close, less than half a tenth of a second between them as well. So they will be, I don't want to say fixing it going forward, but yeah, it really is going to be a bizarre one coming up when we get restarted.
It doesn't really make sense about McLaren right now because they have one car in third, and one car in 15th.
They do.
So that's not the car's doing, that's the driver's doing. I don't know what Ricardo's doing.
Beth, if you're watching, we might need some reverse psychology.
Come on.
I knew you were going in that one. Into the last minute then, before the green light goes on for qualifying number 2. And we hope that this time, when that green light comes on, it will be a lot easier to get going. So we're just in the cusp now, the gap between Q1 and Q2. This is our new social screen, so that you're just not staring at us all the time. And in the just chatting, we're trying to get some ambient music as well. We can, I'm trying to get some ambient music that we can just play in the background.
Buy me a violin then.
There's some nice ambient chill music in the background that's royalty free and we can play in the background. That keeps the tension.
Do you remember
so that'll be coming soon.
When I was like a really, really little and I had like violin lessons because of school?
Yes, I did.
Quite good at it.
You were actually, yeah. Well, coming up there, 8 seconds to go until the start of the next session of Formula One's Styrian Grand Prix qualifying.
And that's Bottas just waiting. Bottas coming out of the pit lane now. Session starting. And he came out of there just like very, very eager to get top of a session, I can tell you that. See Hamilton getting ready to go out now.
This is going to be the question of what tyres they're going to put on. It looks like we've got Bottas and Giovinazzi heading out their own mediums. So even with the prospect of rain tomorrow for the start of the race, they want to start this race on mediums in case it's dry. Because let's be honest with you, we were predicting thunderstorms all weekend long. We've had bright sunshine and track temperatures at 53 degrees, air temperature at 26 degrees. It's been roasting. And certainly the rubber on your feet as well will be getting burned like mad going into this one. So we're into Q2. 15 drivers and 15 minutes to head out there onto the circuit. Once again, at the end of this session, we lose the slowest 5. And now we'll see who's who and who's got the best time out there. Can both Williamses bookend the session as well. Latifi 16th, he was out of it. Can Russell start P11? But I'm personally hoping that with a fantastic time from Russell, that admittedly did drop him in the end down into a time that I still could not see Russell on this timing board. Where is Russell? I'm looking at the timing monitor and I can't see George Russell. Can you see?
I can't see George Russell either.
Bottas. Oh, Russell's P2. That's why. Russell's P2. He's jumped back up. He's gone out on the track.
I was looking like around the 10 areas. I was
Yeah.
like, where is he?
I was looking, see where. I was looking because I just couldn't see him. But Russell is P2 at the moment on the soft compound tyres, and it looks like as well. Let's see, Russell on the softs, brand new set of tyres too. So if Russell gets clean air here, he's on faster tyres. He might just get in, you know. And if it rains tomorrow, it's quids in for George.
Yes.
Let's go quickly as well as Bottas is on the time. Let's go to the group chat quickly because Gwenwyn says, reminder, if you have a Sky Sports thing, press the red button. Yeah. And in the blue suit says 12 as well. Yeah. Cars circulating at the moment as well. Bottas, Russell, Giovinazzi, Verstappen and Hamilton. As Bottas crosses the line, goes top, 104.724. He's on the medium tyre, so it's slower than the time we saw in Q1. But everyone's going to be slower, bar George Russell, who's out there on softs and should be quicker. And so Sergio Perez, actually. Perez is on soft tyres as well.
Guess what went?
Well,
I went to bed.
Sorry, what? I don't know.
Half 2.
That's your fault again. Well, it's often the thing. He who should be last should be sideways and smiling. And that could be the way for a number of these cars on the soft and medium compound tyres. Unless your name's Nikita Mazepin, in which you would be sideways and spinning. He also put a thing on his Instagram recently as well. I don't follow him, by the way. I just saw it. It's bottle top spinning and laughing, taking it as a joke. So Bottas is not going to be safe with that lap time, a 104.724. His engineers just told him that's not safe lap time. You're going to have to go again. So Bottas is going to have to do another run here as Verstappen starts his first lap time. He's a little bit wide though at turn 1 as he heads up now the hill towards turn 2. The little kink, the little left kink, and then into the right kink. Is that Sparks underneath as well? This will be at the Remus corner.
And Russell stays in P2 with a 104.942.
That's disappointing. That's very, very disappointing. We needed to be a lot quicker than that as well at the moment. If he's not going to be safe with that time, if Bottas isn't going to be safe with that his time, he needs to be up there ASAP improving.
Don't worry, Russell's on a fast lap now.
Oh, he is. Yeah, you're right. So Russell is going. Russell's on a quicker lap now as well. We'll have a look at the driver tracker. Verstappen. He's up as well in Sector 2. Hamilton, he's lost 5/10 in the second sector. How on earth has that happened? Has Hamilton hit traffic?
He must have.
Well, I can't see it at the moment because the driver tracker keeps glitching on us, as you can see.
Verstappen and Hamilton.
Verstappen top. Yep, Verstappen's top. 104.540. Hamilton only goes 4th, Megan. He's 8/10 off the pace.
Jeez, he's not even beating Russell.
No, that is shocking. Absolutely shocking at the moment. This is why, Megan, talk us through it. Turn 2.
Right, so as he goes round.
Locks up.
Oh, he just, locks off, goes off. Oh, wait.
That's at turn 3, Remus. Yeah, so that's where he's locked up.
Off his car?
Yeah, it could have been. So that's where the little error has been made out on the track.
Seriously, Russell, you abandoned that time.
And Perez is looking quite quick. Perez now at the moment is P6 with no time set, but he's fastest of all in the second sector. Sparks flying. Keeps all 4 wheels just on the track at the exit of turn 10. Perez goes P2, a 104.584. So Verstappen, Perez, 1-2. Red Bull 1-2. Mercedes 3. Williams 4. Mercedes 5. But Russell has got to go again and get a faster time. Soft tyres are the key, but you're going to have to burn another set there, George. As Sebastian Vettel, 14th with no time set, comes to start a lap time now.
George, you can't live in the pit lane.
Now Vettel crosses the line, starts a time. Uphill towards turn number 1. Flat out kink. It's the Niki Lauda curve as well. It's flat out up the hill, drop down to 5th gear, accelerate mid-corner, catch the oversteer at the exit, rise up the hill towards the kink at 2, which is for the motorcycles. And then this is turn 3, heavy on the brakes, second gear, 44 miles per hour, slowest part of the track as you rise back up down towards Sochless Gold at turn 4 as well. Used to be the old Bosch curve before it got neutered and turned into Sochless Gold, a very tight bottom right-hander corner as well, and often wants to spit you out into the gravel track. Asked Alexander Albon last year when Lewis Hamilton forced him out. Asked Bottas when he went off in qualifying to accidentally keep his pole position in error last year. But Bottas does like this circuit. He's won it a couple of times. Got traffic at the last corner as well. That's going to be a problem as well as we come through. Vettel on a fast lap time now into the last corner.
Yeah.
He's wide at the exit.
He should be really careful because I think he just nearly hit Norris. Right, so Vettel goes fourth with a 1.04.72. No, wait, what?
104.875.
Like, it's constantly changing and it's really worrying.
The gaps are changing dramatically out there as well. It's not just us because this is Hamilton now also coming on a faster time. Hamilton to the line, goes P3 on a 104.626 as well. So time's swapping massively out there.
And it's really hard because every time I try to speak.
Yes, Sainz 5th. Sainz goes P5. Stroll goes P4 as Giovinazzi's time deleted as well, dropped down the board. Norris fastest of all first sector on a 16.197 as well. Giovinazzi's time again deleted, drops him down the order as Pierre Gasly goes top on a 104.429, 4 thousandths of a second faster than Max Verstappen in the top there. The top three separated by 24 100ths of a second as Alonso goes P7 now on the board. But look at Lando Norris in the McLaren across the line. He now goes into P3 on a 104.579 and 104.543 as well, exactly the same time. Perez now 10th down. He's had his lap time cancelled. So that explains the shift. But Perez and Norris at exactly the same lap times for about a fraction of a second before Perez has got taken away. But he keeps fourth, so he must have done a time that was equally as fast.
Whoa.
Time's changing, but it's the Frenchman Pierre Gasly here in Austria who is fastest at the moment in the second part of qualifying. A 104.429.
Right.
Beat that, he says.
Right, so Gasly is top.
I can't believe it. Fastest second sector. Who's got the Gasly? So it's Norris sector 1, Gasly sector 2, Verstappen sector 3. They're the fastest times. Norris has got the first sector, Gasly's got the second sector, Verstappen's got the third sector. It's unbelievable. And Giovinazzi was actually going personal best sector 2 before he backed out the lap time after a fastest personal best sector 1, fastest of all sector 2, but that changed over. Bottas now on a time. I don't think even Megan can find the right time zones.
No.
It's all changing. It's all flicking around so much. It's impossible to see. And I won't read out the results as well from Q2 going to Q3. I'll leave that for Megan to dull over for a couple of moments because after the end of this session I have to pop out for a few moments. To set up for the British Touring Car Quali as Bottas goes P3 on 104.443. Shouldn't be too long though, so
Yeah.
I'll do all the graphics and then I'll head over as well. Leclerc on look at this though, Ferrari 10th and 11th of the track they should have been quicker at, and this is not looking good for George Russell at the moment. What they're looking at on the side pods there of the Williams, and they're just trying to find something, cooling the brakes a little bit. Surely he's going to be okay. No, there's floor. I think this is the floor damage. There's a guy underneath, mechanic underneath as well. So there could be something there. Taking up some of the aero tape. Oh, that's not good. If they're taking off the protective tape to the air covers, it looks like they're going to have to take the engine off. The engine cover off.
Oh, no.
So that could be Russell out of qualifying. But at least he's made it through to qualifying 2 once again.
Yeah, he's that qualified his teammate.
Yeah, he's done that again here. For the 8th race running, George Russell is into qualifying 2. 5 minutes to go. It's Leclerc who's in the drop zone, followed by Vettel, Russell, Ricciardo and Giovinazzi at the moment. So there's a lot of unexpected drivers in that top 10 shootout. Gasly, Verstappen, Bottas, Norris, Perez, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Stroll, Alonso and Sainz. I think the surprises there are Tsunoda and Stroll, especially for Yuki, as he's only made it through to Q3 once, and that was on his debut back in Bahrain. So a lot to do. So it's also hard to think as well that we're in the middle of, or just, I think we're on week 10, something or other, of a 35 week in a row streaming. period.
Yeah.
For 35 weeks, we're streaming something on the weekends. That's how manic it is. I think we can even bring you an IndyCar live as well coming up as well. There's no point in doing one in highlights form.
So far, Lewis is the only one out. Maybe he's trying to do an audio uplift sometime.
Possibly. If he's Hamilton is actually the only guy on the track at the moment. Look on the driver tracker. He's probably just trying to get some free air. I don't think he wants to be meted by traffic. I think that is what's harming the Mercedes in this situation at the moment.
Which doesn't look good for a race.
No, it certainly doesn't, does it? Well, it kind of does and it doesn't. I'm very excited to see how this is going to work out. And also, I'm very much looking forward to 6:30 here in the UK to see what Channel 4 are doing. Because with their presenter, lead commentator and analyst isolated due to COVID, I'm very interested to see how David Coulthard is going to do presenting as a pundit with Mark Webber and Ben Edwards commentating. It's going to be like we've been thrown back in time a couple of months.
Oh, and Hamilton's no longer the only person on track as Tsunoda, Sainz, Leclerc and Giovinazzi.
Are they coming out of the pit lane at the same time Hamilton's in turn one? Oh, he's just missed them, Megan. He has just missed them being out and compromising his lap time. That was close stuff.
Very lucky.
But yeah, I'm also interested in do you know the guy I feel sorry most of all for the Channel 4 team?
Who?
Alex Jakes.
Why?
Double vaccination, lead commentator, doesn't get to commentate on what should be a great race. That's who I feel for. I really do feel for Alex Jakes. But hopefully everyone is going to be okay and we'll get them back on screen soon. I think it's only this weekend they missed because they have to isolate for a couple of days and then if they test negative, they'll be fine. Because they have been double jabbed as well, as Hamilton taking a lot of exit curve at turn 6 before coming into the Vutch curves. So Hamilton down sector 1, not good sector 2. Those mirrors flexing. Flexy mirrors. He's a lot in turn 9. Is he all four wheels? He's just on the curve of the exit turn 10. Hamilton to the line, only P5. So the Mercedes doesn't work when it's in traffic, and it doesn't work when it's on its own.
You were on your own on the track. There was nothing in your way, and you could only get up to P5.
I'm sceptical. I'm very, very confused.
You've got an AlphaTauri beating you. You've got a Red Bull. You've got your own teammate. You've got a McLaren.
Every car is out on the track, bar Gasly.
Yeah.
So
and Gasly's just like, I'm not feeling too bad about this.
Gasly feels safe then, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's just like, I'm in first. It's going to take a lot of people to get ahead of me.
Well, to be fair, unless he has until 1 minute and 5 seconds to leave the pit lane if he so wishes. And we're coming up on that soon.
Yeah, but not everyone's going to, get first place.
Yeah.
So it's
3, 2, 1, and nope. Gasly has decided to stay in the pit lane, so he won't improve on his lap time. So now we have to look at everybody else who's entered the last minute of Q2. Who's going to be the last car across the line? Look at this there again. Look. Bottas is on a quick lap, and he's been compromised by Verstappen. So this time he's been compromised by him. Hamilton's on a fast lap, and look, now Verstappen goes and blocks Hamilton on the inside at turn 9. You don't want that at turn 9. Leclerc on a fast lap and goes through on Verstappen as well. Here he is, actually. We're following Leclerc now. So they've got to get out of the way. Where is Verstappen putting... Oh, Verstappen's moved way out of the way, actually. So unless he did that for Hamilton, I'm not too sure. Hamilton's backed off too, across the line.
He moves out of the way for Leclerc, but not for anyone else.
So time's on the board then now. Leclerc goes P8, 104.646. That's his fastest time he's got. Tsunoda next across the line. Doesn't improve. Will get another lap if he so needs it. But with the checkered flag out in 9 seconds, Carlos Sainz can't improve. Look, Sainz has got to continue. Sainz is out. Giovinazzi 13th. He's out. Cross the line, the checkered flag. Russell 14th. He's in 10th. George Russell's P10. Can he hold it? Alonso goes into P6. And Britain's small hope from having Russell into Q3 is shattered. Stroll across the line now, stays P10. Vettel, can he go through on the board as well? Vettel across the line in 13th place, stays 13th. Vettel is eliminated, as is Russell. Sainz, and Lando Norris goes top. A 104.298. Ricardo, his teammate, is eliminated.
Wait, look at Perez.
That's the big shocker. Bottas is backed out of it. Perez across the line. Perez now goes top by a 10th faster. A 104.197. Hamilton's backed out of the time. Vettel Russell's time goes to 12th as we've had a lap time deletion for Sainz. But my goodness me.
Can we have another lap time deletion from the top 10, please?
The only one who said lap time and went to the top 10 would be Alonso. So make your chickens there, Megan. This is Sainz.
Do you know what? He's good in 11th.
Here's Sainz's time being deleted. All four wheels off at turn 9. What an amazing couple of seconds that was. Perez top. Oh, I strolled on it too. I strolled on it too. Stroll's got all four wheels off the track on his fast lap. If Stroll gets deleted,
then
Russell could be into the next session. We're keeping an eye on the monitors at the moment. He was all four wheels off. They'll have to delete it. Them's the rules. So is Russell going to be in qualifying 3? We'll have to.
Would this be the first time this year?
First time this year. First time since Shakir as well, if Russell gets in it. So if they're going to delete Stroll's lap time, they'll have to do it now. We're taking a look. So far, nothing, because that timing monitor's died on us. So we're looking at the board. And look, they're taking... George might want to sit tight for a couple of minutes, because you still don't know what's going to happen. Anything could change. So, at the moment, it's Russell, Sainz, Ricciardo, Vettel and Giovinazzi. But anything can change.
Russell, team radio?
Just went off. Just went off before we heard it. Sky's ad break. Perez on the radio too.
Sky,
Not
why you do this?
Not ideal at the moment. Okay, so keep an eye
Perhaps
on...
we'll hear it on here.
Yeah, keep an eye on all of those boards as well. Russell radio, here we go. P11. And they do get a free tyre choice as well. But look at that, 12 thousandths, no, 11 thousandths of a second separated them. Even less than that, actually, 8 thousandths separated Stroll and Russell there. And still no word at the moment if Stroll's lap time has been deleted by the stewards. Lap time deleted by the stewards! 3 minutes ago from Stroll, turn 10. But is that the same lap time? I think he's done it again. So I think Stroll stays.
No.
That is disappointing for George, because that could have been through, and all 3 Brits could have been in the next session. So close, and yet so far it is George Russell eliminated from qualifying, unfortunately. We'll have to wait and see what happens next, though. But I'm certainly going to be excited about this one, aren't you, Megan? Because we've got unknowns coming in right now. Absolute unknowns coming in for this session.
I'm shocked that Bottas has out-qualified Hamilton.
He has indeed, yeah. Bottas. Oh, well, we've still got one more session.
Still.
And that gets underway in a few moments' time. So I'm going to leave the box. Megan, please take us through the entire results as well as lap times.
Okay, but I'll do the lap times at the end, and only for the top 3. If he doesn't arrive by the time that I go through that, then I'll go through more. Right, so first is Perez, second Norris, third Gasly. Certainly unusual top 3, I must say. Though fourth is Verstappen, fifth Bottas, sixth Hamilton, seventh Alonso, eighth Tsunoda, ninth Leclerc, 10th Stroll, 11th is Russell, 12th Sainz, 13th Ricciardo, 14th Vettel, 15th Giovinazzi, 16th Latifi, 17th Ocon, 18th Raikkonen, 19th Schumacher and 20th Mazepin. And obviously everyone below George Russell, and including George Russell himself, is out of qualifying, sadly. It was so close. Hold on, team radio. Yeah, it's the one we heard earlier. But I decided to show it now. The Sky's timings aren't that great for anyone, to be honest. Right, and Perez made that top with a 1:04.197. That was really close to being a 1:03, which I don't know if that would make it like the fastest lap or not. Hold on. I'll have to check on Joshua's notes if I can actually find anything. Because he knows where everything is in these notes, so I have absolutely no idea where everything is. Hold on. Something tells me I'm not going to find it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find it. Though... No, I don't think I'm going to find it, so I'm just going to leave that there. Right, so... Oh, and other timings have been deleted. For Russell came so close. He was literally only a few tenths off. And can't believe Science is out. I would have thought Science would have been a bit faster. So what are you going to do? Hold on. So we've got both Red Bull. Oh, Ricardo didn't even make it. So we've got both Red Bulls in. We've got a McLaren. We've got both Alfa Tauris. We've got both Mercedes. We've got an Alpine of Fernando Alonso. And we've got a Aston Martin. Vettel came 14th. That is surprising. Gwen was saying H2H who qualifies higher, Perez or Gasly? Perez is qualified first and Gasly came in third with Norris second. So Perez is topping the session so far, and I wonder how that's going to act for qualifying through, to be honest, because in qualifying we haven't had anyone that's truly in concession for winning the race, what we thought, because Perez, he has been down all weekend, and yet here he is, first in Q2, though I wonder if he can keep that up for Q3. Who knows, though Hamilton's certainly surprised. He couldn't even get a faster lap time than P5 when he was on his own on the track, so that's confusing, certainly. Though, there must be something wrong with Mercedes' car. It is a Red Bull-dominated circuit, I'll give you that. Though, still, that is very confusing. And I wonder when Joshua's going to get back in here, because I swear it's been longer than 2 minutes. Hold on, Alonso. Being congratulated on making it into Q3. And why is Hamilton out on the track? Why is it saying he's out of the pit lane?
I'm not sure.
Why is Q3 started now with absolutely no word of warning from this thing here. That's fun. Hamilton is first out on the track, obviously.
Yep, so Q3 is underway. The last 12 minutes of this session. I timed that absolutely perfectly to get back into the box.
Yeah.
So the last part of qualifying is underway. What have we had here from the group chat so far? Gwenwyn saying H2H. Who qualifies higher, Perez or Gasly?
That point.
Who did you say?
Perez.
Perez, yeah, probably Perez. And how long till Q3? Due to the bleed asks. We'll go now. So we're underway. Some reason though we're having a little glitch with our monitor there for the timing, so hopefully you can see and hear us okay. As who's first out on the track though? It does go, as you said, Megan, to Lewis Hamilton.
I'll tell you what, this is a Bottas-dominated circuit for poles.
Ever since 2015 as well, he had it. Taking a look at it here. Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas both have 3 pole positions here. They share the record for most at the Red Bull Ring from the current crop of drivers. Leclerc had pole back in 2019. It was his first ever pole position time. But here comes Lewis Hamilton then to start the run. Uphill towards turn number 1 as well. The Mercedes now on soft compound tyres, a little bit wider turn 1. Does this car work better in this more open fashion of not having anybody else on the track with him? Into turn 2 as well. You can see it now. He's up in the first sector, a 16.317. Soft compound tyre still the call. He's dropping down the hill now as well. If you can see him, though, on your monitor, it should be white. I don't know why. There you go. Hopefully you can see him a bit better now. But there's a cross up the hill as well. Fastest second sector as well, Megan. Looking okay so far, I would say, for Hamilton. But there's more times to come.
Yeah, and Tsunoda.
I nearly had a heart attack because he came out. It looked like he was spinning out of the Pirelli curve and into the Vosh curve. Almost literally, heart jumped out of its skin there.
Tsunoda's out on the track.
Yeah, Tsunoda around the track then. Hamilton into the last corner, ducks it hard, goes all 4 wheels off the track though. All 4 wheels, I think, behalf the racing line. We'll have to see if this lap counts. It's a 104.205 on the board at the moment. So we'll keep an eye out. So Hamilton top, Tsunoda's on the time. So's Gasly. They're both out there. As now, they get to send the release for Sergio Perez. But first of all, this is Max Verstappen being sent out ready. And away we go. Verstappen heads out.
Right.
Gasly wants to go with the pack, but he's gone first.
Jeez. Right, so Gasly's now on the track as
Alonso's
well. and
behind him.
everyone bar Bottas and Stroll is headed out.
There you see it, Verstappen. Lando Norris topping the last session before Perez came in. Is this a sign of things to come? Could we get the Brits' first ever front row start? Maybe his first ever pole position in Formula One. Times are about to... Oh, will Lewis Hamilton finally get pole 99 in Formula... No, pole 101 in Formula One. He hasn't had pole since he clinched his 100th at the Spanish Grand Prix. He's on 98 victories and 100 pole positions.
And he's in the pit lane.
Is he? Yeah, Hamilton pits. So Hamilton's going off kilter here.
He's been out for 4 minutes.
He's going to be off. He's going to be off kilter though. So he's going to go out probably later as Tsunoda builds up to a time. So he's going off strategy from everyone, keeping it well out of the way. Coming now, Tsunoda to the line, racing it downhill, looking okay into turn one. Doesn't go too wide, but does catch the exit curb. That always plays a factor.
Right, so who's going fastest at the moment?
Who's ahead of Tsunoda? Bottas is on the racing line. 72 100ths per second off the pace of Hamilton, though. Not bad.
Right, so Tsunoda's looking quite good, actually.
Gasly first sector. A 16.3. He's a full 1.3 seconds faster than Hamilton at the moment. Who's fighting this time? Look at that. Gasly fastest first sector. Unbelievable at the moment. Let's take a look at the driver tracker. See the cars flying through. Tsunoda's dropped 4/10 off the pace now. So Tsunoda's had a little moment L2 on the track. Probably it counted with him all the way from that mistake he made at turn one. Got to then bring it down all throughout into the last two corners.
Right, so 7 minutes to go in the session now, and it's Tsunoda goes second with a 104.908. That's good time, though. Gasly's looking quite good, and I reckon Verstappen fastest sector with a 16.145, and it's how's Gasly doing?
Cross the line goes.
He goes second with a 104.453, and
it's Verstappen who we're watching. Fastest
Ooh.
first and second sector. Is this going to be the pole position for Max Verstappen then in the Austrian Grand Prix?
He goes He goes a 103.841, making that barrier. And how much?
I do not believe it. And there we go. Perez P3, Leclerc P5. What an absolute outstanding time.
Norris P3.
I can't believe this. I'm trying to find it. Where on earth did that time come from for Max Verstappen to do a 63-second lap?
I told you I couldn't find it.
Unbelievable. At the moment, Bottas coming to the line. The pole time from last year was a 1:02.939. Bottas goes P4, so we're still about a second off of that. But it's an impressive time considering the cars have been downforced, reduced by about 40%.
Why is Tsunoda in the pit lane? Get out of the pit lane.
Well, Hamilton's just come out of the pit lane, to be fair, so they're changing positions. But it's Max Verstappen, who does love the Austrian Grand Prix, winning streak in 2018 and 2019. Looking now, he's reached Q3 in all 7 appearances now. It's 8 appearances. And can he now get on the front row of the grid once again? He had a bad start at the Styrian Grand Prix, where he just didn't get going. And then that resulted as well in the Austrian Grand Prix with a retirement. Can he get victory at Styria for redemption? So confusing that we've got 2 different races at this track as well, because the stats close everything.
It's just like, what are we meant to look at?
Yeah, because the stats cover everything at this track, so you have to be careful with what you say. But it is the Styrian Grand Prix. It's not the Austrian Grand Prix. That is next weekend. This is the Steiermark Grand Prix. Hamilton to the line then. Can he improve on anything with Verstappen? No! He's 2/10 off! Hamilton, despite having the fastest third sector, is 2/10 down on Max Verstappen.
That's surprising.
Oh, Toto Wolff's miffed. Look at him.
I thought if you go really fast in first sector, it's supposed to be really good.
It should be. It worked everywhere else. Look at that. Verstappen, fastest sector 1, fastest sector 2, slowest of all, sector 3, but it's worked out.
Why is everyone in the pit lane but Stroll and Hamilton? Get out!
4 minutes to go. They've got to have their refuel period, put on a new set of tyres.
I don't care, they're gonna get out.
They'll head out in the next 2 minutes. As Stroll, as you say, and Hamilton running alternative strategies, the only two out on that track at the moment, as you can see.
Come on, Tsunoda, get out of here. You've been in for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, Stroll coming into the last corner now. P10 at the moment, no time set. Can he set anywhere as close to a good a time on that board? Stroll across the line goes P8 on a 104.708. So not exactly the greatest time, but coming up on it. And if you just had the reminder, in half an hour's time, we'll be starting the W Series, where Megan moves over to the lead commentary chair. And
Oh, I like Hamilton's
helmets, yeah,
helmet,
that's
yeah.
purpley as well at the moment. He's had it for a couple of
I
years,
like
but that's very nicely done at the moment.
I like how the way the sun's shining on it as well.
And look at car limit in the corners. In terms of how you take them, Hamilton's on 97.1, and actually Verstappen's quicker than him. But in terms of acceleration and braking, they're round about the same.
Stroll's now the only one out on the track.
Yep, everyone else back in the pit lane.
You watch Stroll go first.
I think Stroll might pit, to be fair, so he can get a change of tyres as well. In fact, I think that might be Stroll done, to be fair, if he comes in now. Tsunoda heads out on the track, and Stroll keeps going. According to this monitor, Stroll keeps going. So he's going to do multiple cool-down laps.
Leclerc now out on the track.
Not bad at the moment. We wait to go.
Gasly out.
Synthol says...
Stroll's pits.
Yep, so Stroll does come in, yeah. And this is Bottas' time. What's he done now on the circuit? Down at Sochnes Gold at turn 4. That's close. Blocked by an AlphaTauri. Tsunoda. Bleeping Tsunoda, bleeping idiot. So Bottas got blocked a little bit there by Tsunoda at turn 4. And just into the chat quickly, Synthol saying, what a lap by Max. I think we can all agree with that one. Stellar lap time for Max Verstappen at the moment on a 103.841. Although, Bottas did go quicker.
Yeah.
Coming up now to the line. Still circulating. Oh, look at that. Has that Verstappen gone out with Hamilton just alongside him? They are. They're side by side.
That's scary.
Oh, ho, ho. Bottas now goes ahead as well. Verstappen coming along side by side with Hamilton. And Bottas has gone ahead, actually, of Perez. So Bottas isn't going to give the toe to Lewis.
Jeez.
So Hamilton's going to be on his own here at the moment. I mean, they've purposely both got in front of the Red Bulls. And Lando's followed suit, actually. But now he's debating whether to go ahead of Perez or not.
Lando's just like, do I want to go ahead of Perez? I'm not sure about this.
Good, do it. Hold him up. Get third place on the grid. He's going ahead of him now, look. So even Hamilton's backed out of it. Race control. Bottas and Tsunoda investigated after the session. Remember, though, Bottas does have a 3-place grid penalty, and they're all now bunched up together at the last couple of corners. This is very, very messy at the moment. This is Moto 3 territory. We've got cars coming through going flat out. Hamilton's leapfrogged the queue and has got ahead of Bottas. So Hamilton's now going to take Bottas around on the lap time. Leclerc goes out front as well. So Leclerc starts a time. Hamilton exits the last corner, goes for a time. So will Bottas, Gasly, Alonso, Norris, Perez and Verstappen. Verstappen will be the last driver to cross the line. We're into the last 30 seconds of qualifying here at the Styrian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton's on a time. Max Verstappen, his championship rival, who leads the title, is the last driver across the line. And he's cutting it kind of close, isn't he? Is he going to get across the line in time?
He will.
Where is he? Turn 10, 10 seconds left. Fire it out now. Oh, it's going to be awfully close. 7, 6, 5, 4. Yes! Verstappen crossing the lap with 4 seconds to go. So the checkered flag is out. The session has now concluded. And Yuki Tsunoda will be the first to take the checkered flag. So we need to see Tsunoda at the moment. Stroll's given up. Tsunoda goes P8 across the line. We're watching Hamilton, who will be the next car across the line. No, Leclerc will be. So watch out for Leclerc. He's P7 at the moment. Where's he going to improve up the order?
I'll tell you what, if Bottas gets high up and Norris gets into like second or something, then he could start... first because of
Yeah,
Bottas's
good point.
penalty.
Leclerc goes into 7th position. Hamilton's had a poor lap time and even had backs out of it. Hamilton only finishes 2nd. Bottas goes P2. Remember that 3-place grid penalty, though. Lando Norris is on a flyer as well, but he's had a poor first sector. Gasly goes P4. Perez is up there as well. Lando Norris coming to the line. Alonso goes P9. Lando goes P4. He'll start 3rd on the grid. Perez across the line as well goes P5. It's pole position for Max Verstappen. Red Bull cross the line and take pole at the Red Bull Ring. They lead the constructors. They lead the drivers. They lead the way tomorrow on the grid. It's Verstappen versus Hamilton into turn 1 at Red Bull's home track. For the Styrian Grand Prix, it's his 2nd pole in a row. He's 4th of the season. And boy, oh boy, is turn 1 going to be fun tomorrow. Verstappen versus Hamilton down to turn 1. It's French Grand Prix Part 2.
I tell you what, I have a feeling that something's going to happen with Hamilton and Norris.
Lap time deleted, Lewis Hamilton, track limit at turn 9. So lap time deleted for Lewis as well. That was his 1:06 lap time, so that is why he has dropped from 2nd to 3rd. But Bottas has a grid penalty of 3 places. So that puts Verstappen on pole with Hamilton 2nd, followed by Norris, then Perez, then Bottas, Gasly, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Alonso, Stroll. The grid, am I right?
Yes.
Valtteri tried to get pole, but it didn't work out for him, unfortunately. What a race we have in store tomorrow. And in 28 minutes' time, the W Series start their first race of the 2021 season. And Megan, who's ducked behind the screen there, here he goes, will be commentating. You have to stand up for half hour. Can't sit.
I ain't standing up for half an hour.
you're-
I physically can't with my back.
Or do you want to sit on the stool over there instead?
No, that's uncomfortable.
But you're the lead commentator. You can't sit down for a lead
I'll
commentary.
tell you what, I'll kneel
That'll do. That'll do better.
because I can't stand up for half an hour, not with my back.
Go on then, Megan. Moment of the session.
The end.
You're joyous, aren't you? Max Verstappen taking his 6th pole position in Formula One.
Because of the drama,
Oh, I see.
not because it ends.
4th pole of the year, 6th pole of his career. This man is unstoppable. If he wants this championship, he needs performances like this. Red Bull on pole at their home circuit for the first time, and they're going for another win here, and they've got Lewis Hamilton alongside them. They lead the Drivers' Championship. They lead the Constructors' Championship. They've got their guy on pole position. They've got Perez starting 4th, right behind Lewis Hamilton, who starts P2. It's on, isn't it?
I have a bad feeling with Norris and Hamilton, though.
Into turn 1? No,
Yeah.
it's mainly fear about Hamilton hitting Verstappen or Verstappen hitting Hamilton to turn 1. It's a tight, twisty part of turn
so
1.
I
And-
just have a bad feeling about Norris getting hit or something.
And
An accident.
Hamilton has the inside line to turn 1 because pole position is on, as we look at it, the right-hand side. So pole's
So
on
we're
the right.
looking for a Hamilton victory.
Yeah, so in terms of the W Series, Alice Powell will start on the right. On the left will start Sarah Moore. And Sarah Moore will have the inside line to turn 1 over Alice Powell. So it's the same situation, Verstappen versus Hamilton to turn 1. And this is why Hamilton's lap time got deleted. He's already backed off of it, it looks like, as well. He's going very slowly, and he's way off. Locked up way off the track as well. So, that concludes it. Megan, let's hear from Hamilton first. Sorry, guys, he says on the radio. Loud as well, wasn't it? That hurt my ears. Right, let's go through the grid then. It's Verstappen from Hamilton, from Norris, from Perez, from Bottas, Gasly, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Alonso, Stroll, Russell, Sainz, Ricciardo, Vettel, Giovinazzi, Latifi, Ocon, Raikkonen, Schumacher and Mazepin, the whole grid. Let's go over to the social screen as well, where we see Synthel saying, what a lap by Max, and Gwynwyn saying, moment of the session, Tsunoda, Bottas incident, don't think anything into it though. No, neither do I. There'll probably be a fine more than anything.
How have I hit my leg?
I wonder
feel
how.
pain in it.
So then, Megan, we're
I know.
gonna go off air now because we have to get ready for the W Series, which starts in 15 minutes, or 20 minutes coming up actually. You're looking forward to leading the commentary for that one? It is the W Series after all. It's only right if you lead it.
Nervous as hell.
You'll be fine. So, join us again in 25 minutes' time for the W Series. Megan will be commentating on that. Please do join us. Same track here in Austria. but we've got the W Series coming up. And tomorrow morning, join us, first of all, for the British Touring Car Championship. All these live streams will be available this evening to set your reminders. So we've got the British Touring Car Championship tomorrow. The first race is live. Then we've got the MotoGP live race from the TT Assen. Then we'll have the Formula One live the Styrian Grand Prix. Straight after, we'll have the delayed coverage of the second race of the day for the British Touring Cars, and at 5:30, the end of the day, we'll have the last race of the Touring Cars live for you as well. But leaving Styria for only 20 minutes, as we'll be back for the W Series, it's Max Verstappen on pole position from Valtteri Bottas in second. However, it's going to be Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen side by side into turn one. My thanks to Megan for your company. We'll see her next in the W Series when she'll have to take my role of commentating. You looking forward to it? Come on, you must be. Nervous excitement?
Yeah.
Nervous excitement. Right. Megan's leading the W Series commentary. She'll be calling the lights out. I'll still be here as a co-commentator, but join us for that in a couple of moments' time. From us all here, there. Thanks for joining us for F1 Quali. And it's Max Verstappen on pole position once again. It's bye from us all. See you in a minute.